guys, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Clover World. Last time, things were about to get pretty intense after we told Kent about our amnesia, or rather, he figured it out. He seems kind of sad now because he thought we were actually starting to like him, which we are, but it's so confusing. Let's continue. I'm sure you'll remember eventually the real you, the you that dislikes me. When will that day come? Today? Tomorrow? If I tell you the truth, will you end up remembering everything? Will you remember the things that happened between us and how you really felt about me? I was scared, and I averted my eyes from the truth. I'm sorry. I'm sure I could have helped you a lot sooner. I didn't want you to remember anything. Even as we speak now, I'm still confused and hesitant. I don't want to tell you anything. I don't want you to remember. I just want you to keep acting like this, like we're a happy couple. I realize that way of thinking is just my own ego, but still. It's okay if I don't remember. Thank you, and I'm sorry. However, I know this is something I need to talk about. You have every right to know exactly who you are. Oh my gosh, I wonder what happened. You were a university student who grew up in a very normal middle-class family. Your family lived some distance away, but you came to this city for college. I met you at a math study session planned by Sawa and Mine. They invited me to be the lecturer. The name of the study session was something along the lines of relearning basic math that's embarrassing to talk to people about at this age. That's funny. Anyway, I'm sure their aim was EQ. Seems they'd asked him to be their lecturer first. EQ was in the same club as Mine. I had heard many times before that she was looking for a way to get close to him. But EQ introduced me instead, saying that I was far more suitable when it came to mathematics. He said he'd help out in some of my experiments concerning his conditions, so I agreed to the lecture. You were one of the students participating at that time. We didn't get close during the class, though. Our ages were fairly far apart. I was simply the teacher and you were the student. However, after getting to recognize who you were, I realized that we walked the same path at about the same time every morning. I was taking walks as a change of lifestyle from being shut in the laboratory, and you were walking your dog. After realizing you knew me, you would talk to me every day. There's no special reason why our relationship was so rocky. I anger people fairly easily, so it was kinda normal for people to dislike me. The one thing that was different, though, is that you never gave up on talking to me. No matter how many times we argued, you never learned your lesson. You still try to start up conversations. To this day, I'm still not sure if I should call them disputes or debates. Regardless, I'm sure you were just trying to get to know me better. That perseverance is one thing that hasn't changed in you. Anyway, because of the situation, even after the study session ended, we'd still see each other and argue every morning. You were really surprised when I asked you out. I still don't know myself why I chose you. I suppose I could only see my feelings for you as being romantic in nature, and that's why I asked you. You were very shocked. It was only natural. The only thing we had done before that was argue. And I'm sure you don't remember now why you decided to accept my request. I suppose you could just say it was the heat of the moment. It looked almost like you had accepted a challenge. Do you still remember nothing? A memory is coming back to us. I remember. Yes, I remember. What? I said I can only see my feelings towards you as being romantic in nature. And if a man has romantic feelings for a woman, his response should be to ask her out. That's what I thought, so that's what I did. Wait a minute. You said yourself before that love is just something created by chemicals in the brain. I did, and I still believe that now. Then why? What's wrong with delusions? At present, there are changes commonly known as love occurring in my brain. That's the truth. And I'm interested in these changes. I want to analyze whether this is really romantic emotion or not, and if it is, exactly what changes will occur. So, Kayla, do you have romantic feelings for anyone right now? Not really, but... Then there should be no problem. Would you like to try dating me? It's like an experiment. Why should I have to cooperate with something like that? If you don't want to, that's fine. But I thought you wanted to preach to me about the existence and meaning of love. This is the perfect chance. I believe romantic emotions are merely a product of intercerebral chemicals, a part of one's instinct to preserve its species. However, you say that love doesn't need to have such a reason. If, as you say, the emotion known as love is a higher power beyond such reason and calculation, I'd like you to make me believe it. If you manage to prove to me that you're correct, I promise to hold your emotional arguments in higher regard. I don't see any drawbacks to this proposition on you. But I don't like you. I fully understand your dislike of me, more than I'd like to, in fact. Actually, the word dislike may not describe it well enough. I could even say that I'm hated by you. That's what I believe. But would you give up on preaching the higher meaning of love just because you detest a man? Interesting, so that's how we started dating. Right, I didn't like Kent. But after hearing the logic in his argument, I couldn't find a good reason to refuse him. I got irritated and accepted it. That's what happened 3 days before I lost my memories. I see. It was only natural for Kent to see my attitude as suspicious. What is it? Did you remember something? I'm sure it wasn't a favorable memory in regard to us. I really doubt that the previous me could have sat down and talked calmly with Kent like this. There's no way you have any memories favorable of me. If I didn't lose my memories, I might never have seen Kent make such a sad face in front of me. Aww, I still think they're so cute. I think he's my favorite so far. August 19th. Hey, Kayla! Can you see me? Can you hear my voice? Hello? Ah, finally, you looked. That was a surprise. You haven't responded to me at all since yesterday, so I thought you couldn't see me anymore. Anyway, it looks like we're still connected. You talked to Ken a lot yesterday and remembered a bunch of things. It looks like we're making progress in separating. Well, I'm happy that things are going the way we wanted, but doesn't your relationship with Kent seem really strange? I'd feel really irresponsible if I was just mission complete and left you like this. Of course I want to be separated, but I also want to see you off into a good future. That's just how I feel. By the way, your relationship, I guess we can just say that Kent's love towards you is one-sided. I'm glad that he didn't have any intentions of dragging you off to the hospital, but maybe he's also thinking that he doesn't want you to remember. You still feel kind of dizzy, don't you? Maybe it's the shock from remembering all those memories at once. You have work today. Will you be alright? Try not to push yourself too hard. Anyway, let's head over now. Hey, so I heard the rumor about you cheating on Kent with Ukyo is gaining more ground. What? Oh no! That's not right at all. Now that I think about it, Ukyo has come by the cafe lately. Have you been having your tryst with him in the great outdoors? Sawa. I doubt being threatened on the street at night could be considered a tryst. I'm so jealous. Why are you so popular with the guys? Is it still popular if it's only one guy? That reminds me, I wonder if Kent will come by today to pick you up. What should you do if you see him? All day worrying about it, and now it's already evening. Hey, let's go home. I feel dizzy. Another memory? That's right. I always walked alongside Kent like this. But those times, I didn't really like those times. How long are you going to act like that? Kayla, what happened? No, I don't want to remember. Kayla, are you okay? Kayla, pull yourself together. Don't die. Kayla, are you awake? I'm fine. I see. Well, I had gone to get water, and during that time you lost consciousness, so I panicked. I lost my composure. I apologize. Huh? Are you half asleep or something? Do you remember collapsing? You collapsed while you were walking home. You managed to make it home, but you lost consciousness. Kent was worried. That's why he's acting like this. Your fatigue must have been building up. You've had to stay on your toes all this time. It might be best to take tomorrow off from work and rest. How do you feel? You look really pale. I'm sorry, this is my fault. You don't have to remember things that you don't want to remember. All of that may just be my desires talking. Is it so bad to keep things the way they are now? Do you absolutely need to remember? Not if it means disliking you. Even if your memories would destroy the relationship we have now? I'm sorry, I suppose you can't do that. I'm sure you want to regain your memories. That's only natural. It's just as Kent says. You can't just sit by and not remember anything. If you don't try to retrieve your memories, my consciousness will evade yours more and more. If you don't remember your past and separate from me, your life will turn into a total mess. I feel bad for Kent, and it's possible that you don't want to remember either, but you can't not remember these things. This is the first time we've not wanted to remember something. August 20th. Looks like someone's here. I wonder if it's Kent. Can you get up? Think you can walk to the door? Good morning. Mind if I come in? Of course. I don't mind if you stay in bed. You don't have any family around, right? I came here to look after you. How are you feeling? Think you can eat? I brought you nutritious and sweet foods that are easy to eat, a simple and effective way to replenish stamina. I'll get you some water. Don't worry about me, just lay down. Kent is really nice. He really is like a different person from when we first met him. I wonder if Kent changed. Or maybe he was always a nice guy if you never got mad at him, but he was saying things like he's used to being disliked. In that case, Kent must have changed completely in the past 3 weeks. That conference is really important to him, but he's here taking care of you instead of preparing. Oh shoot, I keep forgetting about the conference. Oh, are you dizzy? Sorry, now's not the time to be thinking deeply. Just sleep. I'll keep watch to make sure Kent doesn't try anything funny. Good night, Kayla. Kayla, what's wrong? Are you okay? Huh? Oh, sorry. You were just sleeping. Oh, he's so cute. That was a shock. I can't tell if he's taking care of you or making you more tired. Please, just don't die. She's not dying. Don't go anywhere. I'll do anything for your sake. At first, this relationship was simply engaging my interest. I thought it would be fine if we broke up eventually. But I know now what it's like to be with you. I couldn't bear to lose you now. Do you wish to go to the hospital, or should I call a doctor here? If there's anything I can do, please just let me know. I just want to tell him. I want to tell him why you're exhausted and why you can't go to a hospital. I want to tell him that not having anything to jog your memory is the most dangerous thing. You agree, don't you? You can just see how much Kent's worried about you. He said that you could ask him for anything. I wonder if that includes asking him to believe in the existence of spirits. I doubt it. What is it? Is there something you need? Will you believe me if I tell you something? What? Do you have a secret even more shocking than the fact that you don't have memories? So you're gonna tell him? That's right. You don't want to keep any secrets from someone who's this worried about you. 15 minutes later. Are you testing my determination? I told you that I'd do anything, and if you asked me to believe you, I'd be a liar if I didn't. I understand. Let's say that you were possessed by a spirit. It's not hypothetical. No, I believe you. There's a spirit possessing you. This isn't an actual illness, and you don't want to go to a hospital. That spirit will disappear if you regain your memories. On the other hand, if your memories remain sealed, that spirit will encroach further into your mind. That sums up the condition you're in. We'll talk with these points under the assumption that I understand. It seems a bit like he doesn't believe you. Well, even if he's pretending to believe you, that's good enough. It may seem senseless at a glance, but this story is backed by several factors. One of the reasons I had a difficult time believing you have amnesia was because you seemed overly calm. Normally, one would be in a confused panic without memories, since you couldn't possibly get by alone. While you couldn't trust anyone at first, I couldn't comprehend why you would hesitate to tell anyone for this long. Also, you had full memories of general social knowledge. Normally, one would go to a hospital or police if they found themselves in your situation. However, you didn't take such an action that would be considered normal. You behaved in a way that would hide your memory loss. To be honest, I don't see why. However, if your absurd actions had an absurd reason, I can understand somewhat. And that reason is something like out of a fairy tale. This spirit, as you called it, told you to do this. When he says it like that, it sounds more like I'm an evil spirit possessing your body. There are other things that concerned me. After losing your memories, you would always focus your gaze elsewhere while you were thinking. your gaze would shift from one place for a while was a bit strange. But I can understand why if you happen to be looking at something I couldn't see. I get it. Whenever I start talking like this, you always look at me. Anyway, setting aside the question of whether this spirit is really a spirit or not, I can fully understand the explanation that you are able to perceive an absurd being similar to that. That was unexpected. And his reasoning was unexpected too. Also, it seems that the spirit is becoming more distant the more your memories are stimulated. The cerebral cortex is part of the brain that stores what we call memories. Did he just start a difficult topic? And if you're able to remember these memories via various stimuli, that means there's no damage to your cerebral cortex, and there are no issues with the memories you've made after the start of your amnesia. We can assume there's no damage to the frontal lobe, responsible for recalling memories, or the hippocampus, responsible for organizing memories. The only issue present is that you can't recall matters from the past that you should know. For example, if the cerebral cortex is a wardrobe and the hippocampus is a table upon which you lay memories out after removing them from that wardrobe, the only thing the spirit is impeding is the opening of the older drawers in that wardrobe. If we think about your experience until now, and the spirit becoming more distant as memories are regained, opening those old drawers causes the spirit clinging to them to be thrown off. It doesn't matter which old drawers are opened, however, it doesn't seem that the newer drawers are included. So, spirit, is my explanation correct? Wait, is he asking me? I don't know that. If you have an answer, spirit, write it down on a piece of paper I'd like to communicate through writing. Ken is super smart. He's figuring everything out. Well, we'll see how this all turns out next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!